We live in a culture that worships control. From a young age, we're taught to strive, to grasp, to dominate our circumstances. Whether it's managing our careers, navigating relationships, or planning our futures, the message is clear: be in charge. Yet the most profound wisdom traditions, modern psychology, and even near-death experiences point to a radical truth. True power lies not in control, but in surrender. This isn't the surrender of defeat to an external force. It's the conscious, courageous release of the ego's frantic grip on the illusion of control. Imagine trying to hold a handful of sand. The tighter you squeeze, the more it slips through your fingers. Letting go, paradoxically, allows you to hold more. This is the ultimate alchemy, where the base metal of resistance is transformed into the gold of acceptance. In that transformation, a power far greater than the ego can imagine becomes available. To let go is not to lose, but to graduate to a higher order of being. Consider a near-death experience. Individuals often report a profound sense of peace when they stop fighting and surrender to the light. That peace isn't passivity. It's a gateway to a deeper reality. The ego, in its essential function, is a tool for navigating the physical world. It creates a sense of a separate, continuous I and works to protect and enhance that self. Its primary tools are attachment and aversion, clinging to what feels good and resisting what feels bad. This constant push-pull drains our energy. Letting go, therefore, is first and foremost an act of energetic and psychological economy. It's the decision to stop funding the war against what is. Think of your mind as a computer. Attachment and aversion are like running dozens of background programs that slow everything down. When you let go, you close those programs, freeing up processing power for what truly matters. In psychology, this is akin to acceptance and commitment therapy, ACT, where we learn to observe our thoughts without being controlled by them. For example, if you're anxious about a job interview, the ego might cling to a desired outcome or avoid the situation entirely. Letting go means acknowledging the anxiety without fighting it and then acting anyway. This isn't weakness. It's a strategic reallocation of your mental resources. The principle of surrender is the silent, powerful undercurrent in the world's spiritual and philosophical systems. In Buddhism, it's the practice of non-attachment, letting go of cravings to end suffering. In Hinduism, the Bhagavad Gita teaches karma yoga, the yoga of action without attachment to results. Christianity speaks of thy will be done, a surrender to divine will. Even in Stoicism, the core idea is to focus only on what is within our control and accept the rest. Across these traditions, surrender is not a one-time event, but a moment-to-moment practice of returning to a state of openness and trust. For instance, in the Taoist concept of wu-wei, or effortless action, we align with the natural flow of the universe rather than forcing our will. Imagine a river. You can swim against the current, exhausting yourself, or you can float with it, letting it carry you to your destination. Surrender is that floating. It's not giving up, it's cooperating with a larger intelligence. These traditions agree. The ego's grip is the source of suffering, and release is the path to freedom. Modern science provides a window into the tangible benefits of this ancient practice. Research in neuroscience shows that chronic stress from trying to control everything activates the amygdala, the brain's fear center, and elevates cortisol levels. This impairs decision-making, weakens the immune system, and leads to burnout. Conversely, practices that cultivate letting go, like mindfulness meditation, increase activity in the prefrontal cortex, enhancing emotional regulation and resilience. Studies on acceptance-based therapies demonstrate that letting go of resistance to negative emotions reduces their intensity and duration. For example, in a 2010 study by Hayes et al., participants who practiced acceptance of pain reported lower pain sensitivity than those who tried to suppress it. Letting go essentially reprograms your brain to respond rather than react. It's like upgrading your operating system from fight or flight to a more adaptive, integrated mode. The science confirms what the mystics have always known. Surrender isn't weakness. It's a neurobiological upgrade for optimal functioning. Letting go is often misunderstood as apathy. In truth, it is the prerequisite for truly effective, inspired action. When we're attached to outcomes, our actions become rigid, fearful, and reactive. We overthink, micromanage, and miss opportunities. But when we let go of the need to control the result, we can act with clarity, creativity, and flow. Think of a musician improvising. If they cling to a specific melody, they can't respond to the moment. But if they let go and trust their training, they create something beautiful. In sports, athletes call it being in the zone, a state of effortless action where performance peaks. This is surrender in action. In your life, letting go might mean having a difficult conversation without needing a specific outcome, or starting a project without knowing how it will end. By releasing the grip on results, you free yourself to take bold, authentic steps. The action that follows surrender is not weak. It's aligned with a deeper intelligence, making it more powerful than any forced effort. The entire Resonance Code trilogy builds toward a climax that is not a violent battle, but the ultimate act of letting go. The narrative demonstrates that this principle is not a spiritual platitude, but the fundamental mechanism for breaking cosmic cycles and healing reality itself. In the story, characters face a repeating pattern of destruction and rebirth. Their initial attempts to control the outcome only perpetuate the cycle. The breakthrough comes when they surrender, not in defeat, but in conscious choice to release their attachment to a specific outcome. This act of letting go allows a new, harmonious reality to emerge. The trilogy shows that our personal and collective suffering stems from our attempts to edit a reality we cannot control. Liberation lies in the courageous choice to put down the scissors, pick up the paintbrush, and add our unique, authentic voice to the eternal, unfolding composition. The story's hopeful, open-ended conclusion is the direct result of its protagonists choosing acceptance over control. It's a powerful metaphor for our own lives. When we stop fighting reality, we can co-create with it.